Hello everyone, Sara Bierman here, Business Agility Coach for AgileDad, and it's time for today's episode of the Daily Stand-Up. Let's get started. Commitment is the fourth Scrum value, the C of force, and I believe it's the most sacred of the Scrum values. How are you at keeping commitments to yourself? I personally find it's much easier for me to keep commitments to others, and perhaps this is why I like working in a Scrum team, because it's all about committing to the goals of the team over your own personal agenda. As I mentioned in a previous episode, all of the Scrum values work together to ensure success of the team. The team needs to focus towards a common goal, and there must be trust that the team will follow through on what they commit to doing. This means that a manager is not required to convince the team to complete tasks or communicate. I'm sure we've all witnessed situations that did require formal leadership to step in, and it's not ideal. When a team values commitment, they are focused, open, and respectful of each other. They do not require to be micromanaged, and their morale is usually high. High-performing teams are not just about having the right development or testing skills, but also about having human skills to build strong relationships. Committing to a certain amount of work during a sprint is just one of the commitments a team makes. Being committed to the Scrum values is just as important as having a good velocity. When the team is struggling to meet commitments or otherwise, the team leaders need to facilitate communication to identify what are the gaps or needs. Part of life is having hard conversations, and some are harder than others. But I have found that the sooner you have the tough conversations, the better. And when you let your team know that you can't commit to what they might be expecting, you're not letting them down. I believe that's honoring the value of commitment and not taking it lightly. If your team is having a hard time keeping their commitments, it's a good indication that they do not feel comfortable challenging what is being asked of them. It could also mean that they do not feel like they're able to focus on what they've committed to for a number of reasons that may be completely out of their or your control. The key is to continually have transparency with your team and respect each other's perspectives so you can course correct. If you struggle to make personal commitments, like myself, I suggest thinking about all the people that are counting on you to be your best. And that personal why should help motivate you. Happy Wednesday. I hope the commitments you make to yourself, your team, or your family are going well. But remember, you can always try again and learn from the experience. No matter what else you have going on the rest of the week, remember to stay focused, keep it simple, and you will be successful.